Hello traders, this is Rich with greenwiththemarkets.com. Today is January 17th, 2026. I watched some podcasts a little bit yesterday, some trader podcasts, and just surfed the YouTube channel, which I do it. I'm retired. Man, I can't believe the content that's still coming out. With all due respect to all the people that are pushing content out there. Great. That's great. That's not what I'm here for. I'm not here to go against somebody. I'm here to set the record straight. And that's not going against somebody. That's setting the record straight. And the record straight is, if you understand and learn how to trade the entire market, you can completely understand exactly what I'm trying to say and give back to the community. And I'm not going to do that for free. You have way too many people and podcasts that set the bar so low for traders. A 20% hit rate, a 50% hit rate is not acceptable, period. It's not acceptable. A 60% hit rate. Would I like a 60% hit rate? No. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for a 60% hit rate. I'm aiming for perfection. And perfection doesn't mean 100% that I'm going to hit every trade 100% of the time, 100% of the day. But when you take thousands and thousands and thousands of trades, like I do, and I show it, I can take 20 individual accounts on the NASDAQ at the open, trade them individually. It's a pain in the ass to try to go and find the next account, find the next account, and trade them individually and come out profitable on all of those 20 accounts during the New York Open. That is a skill. That is called scalping. No, I don't scalp for 10 ticks. I take what the market's going to give me, and I hit it hard again, and I hit it hard again, and I hit them pullbacks. Friday, I had close to, I think, about 400 ticks in the market. A recent podcast, they said, well, traders just go for 10 ticks. I don't know any scalpers that go for 10 ticks, other than some affiliates, okay, that were actually doing that. And they would actually put a long and a short prior to the open, and they were affiliate to one of the biggest prop firms, and they were taking payouts, and they were actually using their account as a stop loss. And they were actually telling people that my stop loss is my account. But they were actually gambling. So just because you don't use a stop loss doesn't mean you're using your account as a stop loss, because that's an assumption on your part, and you just don't know how to trade. Straight up. I welcome any trader that wants to come on my channel to interview, to dispute what I say. Come on and tell me how great your support resistance is. Let's have a discussion. Come on and tell me how great your liquidity is. That reminded me. Remember a couple days ago, I did the video where I was talking about people targeting the high and low of the Asian. Remember I went back and said, this doesn't work in like 7 days? I mean, it was a mess, right? 13 or 14 trades didn't work and 2 actually worked. And then I was like, I can't do this shit every day. It doesn't work, right? And then all of a sudden, Friday, I saw that it finally worked after another week, right? That it finally worked. And who did I see on there? Posting that this is the only strategy that you need. Now, wait a minute. If you go back in history, and it's documented, and it's time-stamped, I actually did the work for you. It didn't work. For numerous days it didn't work, and you lost your ass. And then one day, it works. And then they post the day that it works. Is this what trading is? You mean to tell me you have a leader that took more than $2 million out of the market and said he got that using a specific strategy? Where are the trades? And by the way, he was allowed to trade. I'm not allowed to trade with them. Why? Why would you allow other people to trade and not somebody that knows how to trade? That's for you to decide. But this same individual all of a sudden finds a day. Why was he quiet for the last 15 days, 20 days with that strategy? Go back and look yourself. Go and do your homework. Don't believe what you hear. Believe nothing you hear and half of what you see. Because if you go to the chart on Friday and you follow exactly what they said to do, it violates the high or violates the low, closes back inside their specific zone, comes back and tests that fair value gap and get in. Actually, let's go to Thursday. Let me see if I can pull up Quantower. As you can see, I was hitting the market, and out of the market, I got 69 ticks there, 39, so 40, 100 ticks. So basically 100 ticks out of the market on this one trade, on one of these accounts. In the green. Oh, actually, wait a minute. Sorry about that. 147. Yes, the account's green. 147 ticks out of the market. So This is what they do. But I was hammering the market all over the place on different accounts. So it swept the high, came down, created this fair value gap. You little shit. There we go. Created this fair value gap, came in there, and they said they would have got in. Did they get in? Where's that trade? Did they get in? Did this candle freak the hell out of them? Where's the trade? Did they get in that trade? Once again, what happened? And then it went down and eventually closed down below. That's Friday. Let's go back. So say you traded Thursday and Friday, and we know it didn't get to these lows, right? You tell me, traders, did it work? Answer's no. You can see it did not work. They got stopped out. So they lost Thursday, and if they traded Friday, so how many times are you going to lose, right? How many times are you going to lose? I was done for the day on all my accounts. They had their high right here, according to their plan. Came up. Let's see if we find a fair value gap in there. Yep, right here. This is Monday. Believe nothing you hear and half of what you see, traders. Believe nothing you hear and half of what you see. I say this over and over and over again. And they lost that trade again. All of a sudden, Friday comes around, and they're watching the market quietly. So now I'm going to have to match, because I was talking this entire fucking time, and the chart wasn't populated. You know, this free content bullshit, it really sucks. But anyways, now we're at Monday. So you can actually see the chart, right? It violated the overnight high and low, created a fair value gap, came up, they were in. Look at that, they were in, going short, baby. Going short, and then they lost their ass, they got stopped out. I'm not making fun of them, I'm just telling you the facts. You do your own homework. If you want to sit there and lose everything you earn, take all the money away from your family, right? And you want to, and you think a 20% hit rate's okay? I didn't trade the open, right? I got in, got my fix on that, and got out. Let me see if let me show the other chart here, because I was talking about it. The move was down, traders, and it never looked back. So when it broke the low, there was no fair value gap created here. Let's look at this closely, the fair value gap. It broke the low, it never ever returned. It just dumped. It dumped. The system, the system that is not consistent is not going to give you consistent results. Right? Here's the other one. Overnight. Broke down, fair value gap, created. Hell no, it never reached the low. Look at down here. Hell no. Let's look in there. See the gap. If it created one, fair value gap. They don't even know how to trade the fair value gaps, traders. I'm telling you right now. Misinformation, in my opinion, but I can show it on the chart. Okay, I don't see anything in here. Right? I see nothing. There we go. We got one right here. Look at this. Yes, we got what they say right here. Look at this. And price came up. Price came up. And then it came even higher. Gave them a red candle that rejected this area, what they want to say. And you tell me that they're not going to take that short? Or were they quiet and silent? Well, let's not do this. That didn't work. How come they're not posting each and every day? I almost post each and every day. I show the traders, and I might not post ever again. How many videos do I need to show you? How many 20s of thousands of trades do I need to explain and show you? Each and every day. There was a podcast last night, girl on a leaderboard, saying that scalpers basically not profitable going after 10 ticks. Well, Friday, it prompted me to go back because I don't look at ticks and pips and points. I know how to trade the market. But I had close to 400 ticks out of the market on Friday. Individual accounts. Not this pussyfooting around, getting in with small size, letting it run, claiming fucking hero. I can trade 15 minis in the market. The issue and the problem with that, especially on the prop firms, is the slippage and the trailing drawdown. And in a fast market, it's not called gambling. It's called a skill, traders. If you haven't reached that level, then level up. You have work to do. That's not being disrespectful. What do you think a coach is going to say? I am a coach and a mentor to the mentees at breathingwiththemarkets.com. What do you expect me to say? Everything is okay? Oh, you're just going to get it. Just press a button. 20%? Yeah. There are plenty of traders that have less than a 50% hit rate, and they're worth millions and millions of dollars. See, I told you it works. But they don't tell you 99% of the traders fail. So that 20% doesn't work, does it? Because their math is a little off. Is the IQ as high as their hit rate? Think about it. Is their IQ as high as their hit rate? Because a 20% hit rate, a 20% strike rate, a 20% win rate is an F. Are you going to come on here? Are you going to sit there and keep posting that 20%, 30%, 40%, 50% is okay? You think that's okay? That's the problem with our educational system right now. Welcome to the low bar industry. That sucks. I'm here to tell you that sucks. I don't know any trader at breathingwiththemarkets.com that has a 20% hit rate. I don't know anyone that has a 50% hit rate. If you gamble, you're going to have a 0% hit rate. When you gamble, you're going to have a 20% hit rate. When you gamble, you're going to have a 50% hit rate and below. But you're not going to outlast the market with a 50% hit rate unless you have positive cash flow coming in. When they get on the podcast and they say that they came for money, they've owned restaurants, they've owned bars, they've owned dealerships, and they've lost $250 to $500 to $1 million before they became profitable, where did the money come from, traders? Do you have time to lose $250,000 or $500,000? How many people really have $500,000 in the bank before they want to start trading? What kind of shit is this? Ask the tough questions. Where did you get the money? You don't have to say, show me your bank account. If they own a business and a restaurant, you could probably look that up, right? You can find it, right? But you can't sit there and find their trades. Why? Because they don't show you their trades. You don't have access to their account. And these individuals with no spine, don't question them about show us your trades. Can you show us your trades? What is there to hide? Don't look at the P&L. I show the traders my trades. Do I need to show them my trades? I don't need to show them my trades. But I do, because I teach them exactly what I do. And I do what I say I'm going to do. And it works. Over and over again. It works in history. And to all those that are backtesting sucks. For all those who are journaling sucks. Learn how to trade. Learn how to trade. Do you go to the ballpark and take batting practice because you're trying to test out a new swing? What is your IQ level? You think you're more intelligent than everyone else because you have a fucking title? You think because you can't do it that nobody else can? You think because industry standards, the bar is so low that's okay? That's an F. Traders, look at this. Did you learn this in school? That is an F. The education sucks. They've literally flipped that upside down and they're telling you an F is okay. An F's not okay in my book. An F's not okay at Breathing with the Markets. If you're getting F's, I tell you to quit trading because trading is not for you. If you are a D player and you are an F player, get the hell out of trading. That's not okay. That's gambling. And that's why they don't show their trades, because they don't want you to see them to YOLO. They don't want you to see the truth. They want all of these people and they want money because they're taking your money and they're selling you a course that doesn't work. They're selling you time. Look at these 15 videos. You're just going to get it. That's how I got it. No, they didn't. If you can't find it in the history, it doesn't work. Again, if you cannot find it in the history, it does not work. If it's not part of the algorithm, it does not work. You do not have more money than the market. You do not have more money than all of the other traders out there. You do not have more money than the big banks that tell you they're going to give you 5% return on your money and maybe 10% in a year. And all they're doing is getting all of this money from the entire community, pushing a button on a stock based on some fundamentals. That is not trading. That is investing. That is easy. If you took the top 5 stocks, and this is a disclaimer, right? I'm not a financial advisor, but if you took the 5 top stocks and you had billions and billions of dollars, and you pressed the button Monday or Tuesday of next week, and you left it there for a year, are you going to tell me that you're not going to be profitable? Because if you're not profitable, then the whole world is done. Don't be fooled by money. I'm giving it to you real. Here, this is no bullshit zone. Don't spin this conversation. You want to come on to breathingwiththemarkets.com and you want to interview about how great your strategy is? I'd be more than happy to interview you. You want to come on here and tell me that 30% hit rate is okay because you got millions of dollars? Come on over here. Let's have a conversation and bring your trades. It doesn't matter how much money you have. You have ruined the lives of thousands and thousands of traders because you showed them money, cars, watches, boats, eye candy, everything else that is absolute dream. And guess what they have now? Zero. They have zero because of you. They have a gambling mentality because of you. They can't provide for their family because of you. They can't put their kids in college because of you. They can't pay for their car payment because of you. Fake ass podcasts because of you. You go along with the program and you are part of the program. You need to pick and choose what side of the fence and what side of history you want to be on. The right side's not always the easy side. Doing something right does not mean it's popular. And doing what's popular is certainly not right. And not right in the trading industry. Doing what is right is not going to be popular. I don't want to be politically correct. I want to be fucking correct. I'm not going to be political. I'm not going to go on your podcast and tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you the truth. And the truth of the matter is, when you dictate what content you put out there, and you don't allow traders to speak their minds, and you don't allow the truth to come out, that a hit rate below 50% sucks. That's an F. Look it up. That there's no holy grail. What is a holy grail? What's that by definition? Tell us what that looks like. That you cannot have a hit rate in the 90s? Is that what a holy grail is? Because that to me is still not a holy grail. You know what a holy grail is? Is you can start at zero each and every day and you don't have to use a stop loss. That's the holy grail. When you can go in there with confidence and understand where you stand in life. Being a lifetime student is a holy grail. Not targeting money, not looking at their P&L. It's fake. It is fake. That's a fact. P&L doesn't tell you how successful someone is. Someone rolls up in a Bentley, Rolls Royce, Lamborghini, whatever car you want. You're attracted to cars? Get out of trading, man. You're attracted to fancy watches? Get out of trading. I have traders that have actually downsized. And made a decision to downsize. Reduce to the ridiculous. And the reason being is because they can see the light. They can see their skill growing. They understand that they are gaining ground on a skill. And that skill is for life. Unfortunately, some of them have been gambling for years. They didn't know they were gambling until they came over to breathingwiththemarkets.com. They may have had some little inclination that they were gambling because they weren't winning. And not to say that they lost every trade, because that's not how gambling works. You get lucky, right? Just win 1 out of 10 and wipe away the losses. Did anyone tell them low IQ people that when you run out of money, it doesn't matter if you win or lose. You're out of money. And it takes money if you want to gamble. That's why these big ass gurus will tell you you need at least $10,000, $20,000 in the market or $5,000 in the market. No, you don't. You don't need that much money in the market. What you need is a skill. You need a skill in the market. Let me ask you something. How much does it cost to buy a $25 stock? $25 for one share. How much does it cost to buy a $25 stock and have 100 shares? $2,500. How much money have you wasted in these prop firms because you don't know how to trade? You mean to tell me you couldn't trade that $25 stock with $2,500? But they've told you and they've lied to you and said that trading on a live account is hard. They're tards. They don't know what they're saying. Trading on a live account. Geez, if you trade on a live account, I mean, that's the shit. You know, you've made it. You've made it if you traded on a live account. Again, what is their IQ level? Think about it. What is their IQ level? You mean to tell me all of these traders that are spending hundreds of thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on these prop firms can't go out and buy a $25 stock of their choice? You mean to tell me they couldn't buy a $100 stock at $10,000 of their choice? Why not? But see, the problem is the bar is set so low and they don't know how to trade. So instead of actually investing for themselves, rather than gambling their money at a prop firm, they don't, because they're told, don't go in the live market. Come on over to me. Follow my trades. I have an offshore account. 500 to 1. Go for it. The spreads go to $400 during the pause. You could be up 500 points and then owe them money. Yeah, great deal. You don't know where your fill orders are. It's shit's fake. It's a ripoff. It's called offshore, right? It's an offshore place. You think that they're going to give you 500 to 1 leverage and they're not going to rip the shit out of you? Think about it. What is your IQ level again? Do you think that someone's going to give you 500 to 1 leverage and not make money off your ass? Everything's peachy keen? Wow, I'm talking real to you. Why do you want to believe 99% of the community? The 99% of the community is an F on this chart. They're failures. Why do you want to believe them? You want to be in that bucket of failures? You want to follow the herd? You want to follow these podcasts that control what's said and not said? Just because they get somebody on there and they don't like what they say and it could be the truth? If you know how to follow the market, you know the truth. If you know how the algorithm works, you know the truth. If you know that a 30% hit rate is piss poor, you know the truth. If you know a hit rate 50 and below sucks, you know the truth. Those at 50 and below are living a dream. Those in the 80s and 90s with a hit rate are living in reality. That's a fact, Jack. Those that are living with an 80 and 90% hit rate are living in reality. Stop chasing the dream. Stop chasing the dream. You will fail. Failure is not okay. We must fail in order to succeed. But failure overall, day in and day out, is not okay. Do you teach your kids, your family, your girlfriend, whoever it may be, friends, family, that failure is okay? Failure is part of the game. But it's not okay to have a failure rate, an F, 50% and below, 60% and below, and tight stop losses. If you have a stop loss in the market, you are gambling. That's a fact. You are scared. If you have a stop loss in the market, you are scared. Learn to trade better. If you don't have confidence in your trade, stay out of the market. The tide will come in and out. Ships are meant to be out at sea, not on shore, traders. The risk is out at sea. That's where the profit is. You want to be on shore with a stop loss. Look at all of those pirate videos I did. Look at that stuff. A stop loss will kill your account. Not knowing where you're at in the market will drain all of your accounts. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. If your account is healthy right now and you're continuing to gamble and you don't know it, you're going to learn the hard way. If you want to learn how I trade on a daily basis, come on over to breathingwiththemarkets.com. This is no disrespect to anyone in the trading industry about it's okay, Johnny, it's okay, Sally, you're just going to get it. It's intuition and a hunch in the market, and there aren't too many people that have hit rates above 50%. We're all in this boat together, and they don't tell you it's going down. 99% of the traders can't trade, and you want to follow the herd. That's your choice. You have a decision to make. Come on over to breathingwiththemarkets.com and I will teach you how to trade on a daily basis. Go ahead and hit that contact button on the website and I will respond to your email. And if you have some podcast you want me to go on, why don't you let them know? Why don't you interview this guy, right? If they're not going to allow the truth to come out, why would I do an interview? I've been down that road before, where I did an interview with someone, and then all of a sudden, because it got so many likes and hits, and it was the biggest fucking hit of his life, then they took it down. Shit your fucking ego out. You're not as great as you think you were, and you're not as great as you think you are. You should become a lifetime student too, because you got a lot to learn. That's my best advice for you. Is you should become a lifetime student and not claim that you have all these millions and millions of dollars from trading. With a high probability, I know that's not true. I've seen you trade. Have a great day. Peace, traders.